my tripod broke. The head of my tripod just snapped right off, and my camera and the teleprompter went crashing down to the floor. Now, the camera, so far as I can tell, is fine. The tripod is not. Head broke clean off of it. And the teleprompter housing is bent out of shape. So I need to get a new tripod and a new teleprompter housing. Not cheap, because that thing weighs a lot. So I need a pretty heavy-duty tripod, something that supports like, 17, 18 pounds. So until that happens, gonna have to use my webcam. So, sorry about that. I mean, it's either that or, hold my camera out in front of my face, but that's a 4K camera. And you don't want to be that close to my mug in 4K. No. So, hi there. Andrew here. I love to be entertained, but I have no patience. So I give every new show I watch one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Today I'm going to watch Welcome to Derry. Actually, I think it's called It Welcome to Derry. Maybe there's supposed to be a colon there. It, Welcome to Derry. I'm trying to make a lactose intolerance joke, and it's not coming to me. Oh well. So, I have read the book, but it's been decades, so I barely remember it. Let's see what the show description says. This terrifying prequel series goes... oh, it's a prequel series? Okay. This terrifying prequel series goes back to 1962 to trace the origins of the murderous, shape-shifting entity known as... Pennywise the Clown. There wasn't... HBO... I think you could have I think you could have just done a new line and jammed 3 more words in there. There wasn't that much more to the damn show description. Are these episodes an hour, or is it one of those 54 minutes, hour and 6 minutes, 59 minutes, hour and 3 minutes, 56 minutes? That's one of these. Okay. Back in time. Where are we going back to? 60s? 1962? Yeah, because Pennywise shows up like every... It's not 30 years, it's like 26 or 27 years or something like that. So, the original book, I think, took place in the 80s. So, when Pennywise... the kids in the book were in the 50s, and then the adults were in the 80s. And for the movie that came out... Jesus, nearly a day... 2017 was I think when the film came out. Wow, what is time anymore? So that moved everything up to the day. So the adults took place in modern day, like the 20 teens, and the kids took place in the 80s. So I think they moved. So looks like they're kind of because in the book it talks about stuff like from the 30s and the turn of the century when, because it flashes back to some older periods of time. So it looks like they're just going off of the movie timeline and just shifting everything up a couple decades. Just an observation. That's neither a good thing nor a bad thing. I don't care. I did read the book, as I mentioned. I don't remember it too well. One of the first books I read, when I got into reading, I was 4th, 5th grade, somewhere around there, and I just started devouring everything on Mom's bookshelf. And she had a decent collection of Stephen King works, and I'm pretty sure was one of them. I know Misery, definitely Misery, definitely Eyes of the Dragon. By the way, Eyes of the Dragon is my favorite King work. Granted, I haven't read all of King's work. The guy puts out like a book a year. But Eyes of the Dragon has always been my favorite, and I don't know if it's because it's like because I was young and had no taste, or if it's just an underappreciated gem. But I don't. I'm 45, pretty close to 46 now, and I'm pretty sure I have literally never heard anyone ever bring up Eyes of the Dragon. And I've heard people bring up like Dolores Claiborne, which was, well, to be fair, that was probably after they made a movie. So I guess it's not too surprising that I heard someone mention Dolores Claiborne. It was probably after the movie came out, which starred Kathy Bates, who was at the time still coasting off her Oscar win for playing Annie Annie Wilkes in Misery a few years before that. So okay, I guess it's not too terribly surprising. I might have heard someone mention Dolores Claiborne at some point, but still, I maybe I should reread Eyes of the Dragon. Maybe it sucks because I know I did have, like most children, I had really crap taste. Anyway, so the It movie, chapter one, I thought was pretty good. I liked it pretty well. I liked following the kids, and boy, that sounds weird. I liked following the kids around. I thought the kids were great characters, and joining them on their adventures was just as much fun as similar kid adventure films like E.T. or The Goonies or something like that. Only much more horrific in that case. Um, I didn't care for the sequel. I did not like Chapter 2. I thought it was genuinely bad. As far as the depiction of Pennywise the Clown, um, I like the design. I think it's a very strong design. I like Skarsgård's performance, but I just didn't find Pennywise as a character that compelling. He didn't have that much interesting to do. Most of his scenes, most, not all, most of his scenes were just him being creepy or saying something threatening and then just charging the kids and missed a lot. To the point where it got it just kind of boring. Like, imagine if the fun part of Nightmare on Elm Street is seeing the create I was going to say thoughtful, but the creative ways that Kruger, and by extension the creative team behind the films, manipulates the dream world to mess with his victims before he offs them, right? um that's what makes those sequences fun. Same thing with the Final Destination movies, right? It's fun watching these elaborate Rube Goldbergian uh, chain of events that result in someone getting splattered. But with it, um, most of it was just, ooh, creepy clown is creepy, and then he booga booga booga, and then charges and misses. For the most part, there's definitely there's several great sequences and showpieces throughout both films, but for the most part, Pennywise kind of left me cold. I enjoyed the parts of the movie that, the character moments with the kids, not so much the adults, but I still like the performance and the design. So, what are we? Man, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. I've not watched any of the marketing for this. Uh, Actually, I probably saw. I think I saw like the very first teaser, which consisted of, I think, nothing but like town flyovers or something, and like maybe a balloon floating around or something. So I'm not even sure what the budget for this is. Um, Not sure if any of the original creative team is on it. Andy Machete, I think. Boy, I hope I'm pronouncing that. I'm trying to remember what the name was. Did the movies. Don't know if he's involved with this. I'd have to look at the credits. I am like completely. I've not been following this project at all. That's clearly a picture of Skarsgård as Pennywise on the right there, right? Um, so I'm guessing he's back. So yeah, okay. First episode of It Welcome to Derry. So, see you in an hour. Mm.
I don't want to be a negative Nelly, but I didn't like it. Um, let me. Darn it!
I actually don't even know what the general consensus of this show is. Like, I haven't read any reviews. I've been busy with work. I managed to not get laid off, which is really nice. So, because only 90% of us managed to avoid that. So, been had my mind have had my mind on other things. So I don't really know what the general reaction to this show's been. I'm not sure if people are digging it or not, but the first episode, not that there's nothing redeeming about it. Overall, I just, yeah, not, no, didn't care for it. Uh, First thing I noticed when I went to start the episode is that episode one is called The Pilot. And I'm like, and I look over at episode two and it's called The Thing in the Dark. Episode three, Now You See It. And episode four starts with the and has planet in the name, but I can't see it unless I scroll over. So there are episode titles, but the first one was just The Pilot. I was thinking to myself, like the main character better be like a literal airplane pilot, or I'm going to not hold it against the show, but genuinely wonder why we didn't title the first episode. Why is the first episode just called The Pilot? The main adult character is a pilot. He's not the main character of the first episode, though he may be the central, at least adult figure of the series. Don't know, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Just something that caught my eye. Spoilers, by the way. So if you want to watch episode one of It Welcome to Derry, I'm gonna spoil something. Uh, they introduce our new group of kids, our new losers club, and kill most of them off by the end of the first episode, which didn't see that coming. Good job. Um, so it opens as you would expect it to open with some kid and who gets, uh, I guess, killed by Pennywise. I don't think the scene is very good. I think the opening scene, little kid with the boat. What's his name? Frederick, whatever the kid's name is. He's playing with his boat, and the clown bites his arm off, and I think in the book he rips his arm off. I don't think he bites it. I can't remember. Anyway, he gets yanked into the sewer and killed. Uh, so I'm like, oh, this kid's gonna die, and that's gonna be the opening incident of this cycle of Pennywise violence, and so it is, and that's perfectly fine. And it's I appreciate that it's a completely new sequence. I don't remember this like from the book. I don't remember this scenario from the book. Again, been decades since I read it. Um, I think the general idea of the scenario, this kid is hitchhiking. He's obviously comes from an abusive home. He's hitchhiking out of Derry, gets in the car with some family, and looks out the window and he sees the welcome to Derry sign. It's like, wait a minute, how are we going back to Derry? And then weird things start happening, and then gross things start happening, and then he dies, I guess, but they don't show it, so I'm not really sure what happened. I mean, the nice thing about little Frederick, who dies at the beginning of it, why can't I remember that kid's name? Oh well. Is he's dead. He's mutilated and killed. And to the first film's credit, they show it. I mean, the genuinely terrible effect of Pennywise latching his teeth onto the kid's arm is such a that moment is just such a laughably horrible effect that it completely ruins the entire scene. But otherwise, a great scene as kid gets his arm ripped off in a gory manner, and then he's crying and screaming. A good job on the young actor. Using his little bloody stump to try and crawl his way away from the sewer, and the clown reaches with extendo arm and then grabs him screaming, dragging him into the sewer, and his blood pools. Oh, it's great. Except for that one effect shot when he actually bites down is like Saturday Night Live did a parody of I think Kate McKinnon was playing like Kellyanne Conway luring someone into a sewer, and that effect in this SNL sketch was literally better. Genuinely, no hyperbole, was actually a better effect than the one in the movie. Don't know what happened. Anyway, great opening scene. Sets the stakes. And then you wonder why Pennywise keeps charging and missing all of the kids throughout like the rest of the film, because they all survive. Right? And I figured that's what we were going to do here. No, because we've got like a group of 5 kids and 3 of them get eviscerated. I think only one you really even kind of see. The other one is implied, I guess. And then the other one is you see like a severed arm. And it's like, okay. They're not showing much. And they're not afraid to do gore, but maybe like real specific child violence they're a little squeamish about. And it's like, guys, if you're gonna make a movie about a monster clown that eviscerates children, make a movie or a show about a monster a clown that eviscerates children. If you're not going to show the goods, just don't bother. Right? It's like making an R-rated porno. What are you even doing? Oh, we're making a porno. Oh, cool. We're not going to show any sex, though. Well, then you're not making a porno, are you? Or maybe I'm just a sick, gross person who insists on seeing people torn apart on film. Anyway, so that opening sequence in the car doesn't work. For me, anyway. So basically the mother, he's in the back seat with the 2 kids. There's a mom in the front seat, and she goes into labor and has a really disgusting, bloody birth. And cool effect. I liked it. Here's why it doesn't work. The kid's in the back seat, and he can't see anything. We can. The audience can, because the camera's in the front seat staring right up her skirt. It's like, oh, gross mutant baby birth. Cool. Oh, it's so horrifying. Isn't this kid traumatized? Well, no, because he can't see anything. So it doesn't work. And they keep cutting to the kid like he's traumatized. It's like he's just staring at the back of the chair. He can't see anything. This is happening on the floor of the passenger seat in front of him. He can't see anything. And what's birthed is a mutant kind of co-joined twins bat baby with 1 wing. And flies around like, a bee trapped in a car, but still attached to the umbilical cord. So the mom's like hanging on to the umbilical cord, and this, bat mutant baby's flying around. And it's just honestly kind of goofy and genuinely funny and not horrifying at all. And the kid just kind of shuts down. He just turns away from it all and just covers his ears and just kind of goes off into his own little world. And then like the action in the car stops and all the characters turn to look at him. Like Pennywise just was like, oh, you're no fun. Okay, I guess I'll just kill you. And then he's, I guess, killed off screen. They don't show anything. So it didn't work for me. I appreciate the effects and the gore. That looked cool, but the way it was staged didn't work. The monster's goofy, particularly the way it moves is just kind of silly. And then the climax of the scene is completely unsatisfying. I mean, I feel as unsatisfied as Pennywise must have been. Maybe that's the point. Maybe you're supposed to empathize with Pennywise. It's like, oh man, oh, Pennywise, dancing clown, my man. I feel for you, bro. That didn't work out the way you were hoping, did it? Yeah, better luck next time. The kids who die in the at the end of the episode, one gets the baby bat baby comes back, um, and it lifts one of the kids up, but you can't really see who it is because it's too dark, and the kid's kind of getting flung all over, and it's a digital character, and it's a little rubbery, but it's not the worst effect I've ever seen. It's okay, and then it just kind of pops like a balloon, and that one of the characters looking up in horror gets splashed in the face with blood, and it's like, oh, I guess he died. Did I mean it didn't? I actually rewound. And I couldn't tell exactly what happened. Did he get? The thing has claws. I guess maybe he got disemboweled. Couldn't tell what happened. Get ripped in half? Didn't seem to be. Get any limb pulled off? Didn't seem to be. Bit? I didn't see any biting motion, so I don't know. But then there's a nice shot of the person in the production booth. The kid's face goes slamming up against the girl, and it's like, oh, I think it's that one kid? Kind of hard to tell. And then another one gets, like, tackled behind a chair, and I'm like, this is the way people die in Camp Cretaceous, the Netflix Jurassic World cartoon. You know, the dinosaur pounces on someone and then eats them behind a rock or a tree. I'm like, come on. And then there's the other little girl who's trying to reach the other girl, and she's got her by the hand, and then she looks up and the bat baby's at her, and then it charges and chomps, and ah! But then she's fine? I guess it didn't get her? Maybe it did, but it wasn't lethal? But she goes out and she's holding the little girl, the severed stump of the little girl's hand. I'm like, okay. So I guess it charged her and then just changed its mind and then went over the chair and went to get the other little... I don't... It just doesn't work. There's another weird edit where she's like in the bathroom and she hears the dead kid singing from the bottom of the tub. And then little bloody fingers poke out of the drain. And she's like sitting in the tub going, oh gosh, oh gosh. And then it just cuts. I'm like, did the fingers like go back in the drain? Did she take a bath? Oh, that was weird. There's another spot where the kid's lampshade turns into skin. Like people got their faces skinned and then sewn into lampshades, and so the lampshade is made of screaming faces. And it's just kind of goofy looking. I mean, it'd be horrifying if it happened in real life, but I don't know. It just came off as goofy to me. Pennywise is not in this opening episode, so pretty decent restraint. I mean, I applaud the restraint. It would have been so easy to see Pennywise face poking out of the pregnant delivery woman's crotch, right? The bat baby could have had Pennywise's face. Yeah, I mean, it alludes to him. People get, buck teeth and the eye goes pointing off in the other direction. So you feel his presence, but, they're saving him for episode 2, or maybe they'll hold him for later in the series. There was a preview coming up on this season of It. Pennywise is clearly in the show at some point, so. And it looks like they might be dropping back to different eras, like the 30s or something. So, could be neat. Were the kids good? The kids were pretty decent. There was some fun stuff. It was kind of a mixed bag. Some of them like, oh, that's clever. Oh, this is fun. Ah, that's not working. So, will I check out episode 2? Oh, God, episode 2's an hour and 6 minutes. I don't know. Not right now. Yeah, oh man, maybe I'm just a crotchety, curmudgeonly, middle-aged putz muffin who can't find joy in anything. Harumph.